right now we're at the end of February and we are going into March of 2019, and we're entering spring. And spring is the best time of the year to adopt detoxifying lifestyle practices that address the lymphatic system. If you are living in a climate that is cold at this time of the year, and it starts to warm up and it becomes spring, what do you start to see happening in the people that are around you? You start to see allergies and congestion and itchy eyes, and those are all classic excess kapha symptoms or disturbances in the lymphatic system. So this is the ideal time of the year to get the lymphatic system moving and to really work on your lymph. And in Ayurveda, the practices that you do for each season are cumulative in nature, meaning that whatever you do at this time of the year will help to benefit you for the rest of the year. So if you missed it, the winter time, which we're kind of coming out of right now, is the best time of the year to build the immune system, to take adaptogenic herbs and to eat more fats than usual and to eat a heavier diet and to spend a little more time in sleeping and resting and doing the practices that build the immune system and fortify your strength. And then in the spring, we want to get rid of the excess and really cleanse and detoxify the lymphatic system. So there are specific foods that can help you to do this, and I want to introduce you to some of them. And actually, what I'm going to show you right now, they all have one thing in common, and if you can guess what that one thing is before I tell you, then bonus points. So, broccoli, grapes, if I can hold this all at once, last one, green tea, this is my green tea, and quinoa. What do quinoa, green tea, broccoli, and grapes all have in common? Can you guess? If you're guessing, I can't hear you. Well, they all have astringent taste. So in Ayurveda, in Ayurvedic nutrition, we use all 6 of the tastes to bring balance. We use them medicinally. And each of the 6 tastes has an actual effect, an impact on the entire body, on the physiology. So tasting things and enjoying the taste of things isn't just for entertainment's sake, although it is fun. It also has influences on the body. So we were hardwired that way to find certain things palatable and certain things not palatable because of their impact on the body. So astringent taste, it's actually more of an effect than it is an actual taste. And so if you have like an astringent red wine, or if you have an astringent cup of black tea or an astringent green tea, you can almost feel this sort of drying sensation on your tongue. If you use witch hazel as a toner or on your skin, it dries, it pulls the oils out. So in the spring season, when kapha dosha starts to rise and it starts getting all wet and mucky outside, drying the body can be good as a generality. But for somebody that's already dry and tends to be very dry, then these astringents can be provoking to them. So it doesn't mean that they can't have them. It just means that they need to be augmented a little bit and balanced out by the different tastes. This isn't a video on the tastes. This is just a video on how to cleanse and detoxify the lymph. But by eating things that are astringent, like grapes and like broccoli and like quinoa and drinking things like green tea, it's in there somewhere, you help to dry and pull the excess waters out of the body. So you stimulate the lymph. All of your cruciferous vegetables, all of your berries and all of your leafy greens, all of your berries, your grapes, your broccoli, those are all really cleansing and detoxifying for the lymphatic system, and you want to eat a lot of those during the spring season. But we got to take a little step back and just do some self-evaluation, because if you have irregular digestive function or a tendency towards dry constipation, then how you eat those foods and how you prepare those foods would be different than for somebody who has a lot of fire and a lot of heat in their digestion. So somebody who has dry digestion, weak digestion, we would advise to cook the food and to favor a more cooked foods diet. It would be easier for that person to digest versus somebody that has a lot of agni, a lot of heat in their body, a lot of inflammation. They could probably eat more raw foods than the person who is dry, who probably has a bit of degeneration, who is weakened. The cold, raw vegetables could be possibly difficult for them to digest. So, favoring astringent taste, also bitter taste is good during the spring also, and pungent taste. So pungent, you mostly get from your fiery, spicy type foods, and that can be very cleansing and detoxifying for the lymphatic system also. Turmeric is another really astringent herb that's great for lymphatic cleansing, and you can use it in your foods, or you can even add it to a tea or even a hot cup of water. A little bit of turmeric and ginger together to help with flushing and cleansing the lymphatic system. Practices like dry skin brushing and physical exercise, keeping your body moving, doing very deep breathing, can all help and assist with lymphatic detoxification and cleansing. In Ayurvedic medicine, the lymphatic system is considered Rasa Dhatu. It's the first tissue layer in the body that's created from the foods that you eat. So we eat our food, we swallow it, it goes down into our belly, and our liver secretes the 5 Bhuta Agnis, or 5 digestive fires, that breaks down the foods that we've consumed. And then we extract the rasa, so we extract the essence or rasa from the foods themselves, and that essence goes on to create the rasa or essence in our entire body. And so that's why Ayurveda says the magic happens there if you have compromised digestion, if you have irregular digestion, strong digestion, slow digestion. That's when toxicity can be started to produce internally, because we can be exposed to toxins externally in our environment, so pollutants, emotional stressors, all these things that can come at us from the outside. But we can also produce toxins in our body internally, and that comes from compromised digestion. So all of Ayurvedic dietetics are working to harmonize and align our digestive fire. And so when we look at, practices that are going to cleanse and detoxify our lymph, we have to understand the state of our own digestive health. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, share this video with anyone that you think may help you, leave comments below if you have any suggestions on videos you'd like me to create or information that you think would serve you. And again, don't forget to download the PDF that comes with this video, where I give you a whole little booklet on ideal spring practices that would be good for you, including that digestive quiz. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that this information aids you on your path. So right now, we are at the end of March of 2019, entering into February. I got that backwards. So right now, we are, what month is it?